Alright, today's video was brought on by you guys. You asked me to step it up in the Dashcam game. You guys told me you wanted 4K Dashcams, you wanted front and rear, you wanted parking mode protection, GPS tracking, all that good stuff. And today I've got the top two Dashcams on the market right now. We've got the Thinkware, and this is the Q800 Pro. This is a dual channel Dashcam. The front camera is 2K. The rear camera is 1080p. This is the Blackvue DR900S. This is a full 4K front cam with a 1080p rear cam. Alright, we're going to start this out on the blackboxmycar.com website. Thanks to BlackboxMyCar, I have both these cameras to test out and give you my thoughts in the next few weeks. Alright, let's go over what I selected and why so you know what to look for when you're shopping for your dashcam. Now, I have the top two best-selling dashcams. We got the Thinkware Q800 Pro and the Blackvue DR900S. So getting started with the Thinkware Q800 Pro, we're going to go with 32 gigs. That'll give you enough memory to drive around, and if there's an incident, record that incident. If you're like me and like to grab footage of driving after a nice long day of cruising, you're going to want to up that to at least the 64 gig, but I would recommend 128 gig just because if you want 9 hours of footage, you're going to need that 128 gig. Alright, now the Thinkware requires the hardwiring kit if you want to use parking mode. Unlike the Blackvue, you can't just plug the cigarette lighter port into the one that's on all the time. For some reason, it's got everything baked in for battery protection and timers, but without the hardwire kit, it doesn't put itself in parking mode, which is kind of silly. So you need the hardwiring kit if you want parking mode, and we're going to do the front and the rear camera. So right now with the promo, you're looking at $409.99. You head over to the Blackvue camera, and this is a full 4K camera versus the 2K Thinkware, and we'll go into that in a second. So that's why there's a major price hike here. You want to get the, we're going to talk 32 gigs, so we're doing apples to apples. You need the PowerMagic Pro. Now the PowerMagic Pro allows you to set dip switches based on what battery voltage you want the cameras to cut off on and how many hours. If it's infinite and you set it for 12 volts, when your battery reaches 12 volts, the camera cuts off. Or you could set it for 12 hours or 24 hours. So for me, I don't park my car anywhere longer than 12 hours, so I would set it for 12 hours. All right, so this is going to be something that you're going to have to hardwire into the car, and then you plug the cigarette lighter port of the Blackvue into it, and it runs. Now the Blackvue, unlike the Thinkware, will go into parking mode by itself if you plug it into an on all the time power port. Just remember, if you leave it running for too long, like if you go away for 2 or 3 weeks, you are definitely going to have a small problem with your battery when you get back. Alright, so the difference in price, we got $499 to $409.99. Now, what is the difference between the two cameras? So let's give you a quick rundown for the 2K versus 4K versus 1080p. Here is 1080p. This is your standard TV resolution. Alright, so those of you with HD TVs, most of you have 1080p TVs. If you have a 4K TV, you lucky bastards, you're going to have this type of quality. So here's your standard 1080p versus a 4K. So this camera shoves tons of pixels and tons of quality into your video file, which means you're going to be able to see license plates a little clearer, road signs a little clearer, and with the compression that these guys use, you're still going to be able to get a lot of data onto that memory card. Now if you take a look at it versus the Thinkware, here's your 1080p, and look, you're getting a little bit more footage. Now, I've been running 1080p dash cams for a long time, and 1080p dash cams are pretty good. 2K, very good. 4K, holy crap, exceptionally good. So it's not in a sense that you have to get a 4K camera, but you know, obviously 4K cameras are a little better. But again, both of these have their pluses and minuses. The Thinkware has good audio. The Blackvue, from what I understand, has better audio. But again, we're going to test this in a coming video. So, in a nutshell, they both have parking mode, they both have cloud. We're not going to cover the cloud application right off the bat. It's not something I'm interested in. I'm interested in video footage while driving, rear camera footage while driving, and parking mode. Both of them have time-lapse, both of them have impact and motion detection, and both of them are buffered cameras, which means once something happens to your car, it goes back a few seconds and then does real-time footage. So you have that time lapse of picture, picture, picture every second or so. But then you have that, protection where if somebody hits your car, it rolls back a little bit and puts together a file for you so you have that. And both of these cameras obviously Wi-Fi connected, so in other words you join your phone to the Wi-Fi inside the camera and you can download the files and share them and save them and do whatever you got to do. But every dash cam I've ever tested, you want to download a file from the camera, say it's a 30-second file, it takes you 30 seconds to 2 minutes to get that file downloaded. For each of these cameras, I highly recommend, if you want to grab a bunch of footage, that you pop out the SD card, you bring it in your house, and you use the included, both of these have included SD card readers, plug that into your laptop and watch all the footage. They even both have software viewers where you can actually view the mapping data and all that other cool stuff, but we'll cover that in another video as well. Almost forgot to mention this, but the Thinkware Q800PRO comes with advanced driver assistance, where basically if you turn that feature on, it'll make some noise, give you some lane departure warnings, forward collision warnings, and security camera alerts. So in a nutshell, both of these cameras are excellent. Either one of them will fit your budget, and if they don't forget Black Box My Car has other dash cameras at a lower cost point. So for those of you who can't budget a $400 dash cam or a $500 dash cam, that's cool. You can roll back and check out some of the other dash cams blackboxmycar.com has. And if you're interested and you want my opinion on some of them, shoot me a message. I'll see if I can get them to send me one to test out, and I'll give you a full rundown on it. This way there's no risk for you guys. All right, so let's get back to the unboxing. Overall, this is the top selling camera. Meanwhile, this is the second contender to the top selling camera with a much higher resolution for that front camera. So you can't go wrong with either one of these cameras. And the cool thing, what I'm going to be doing is I reached out to blackboxmycar.com to get an idea of, these guys are the professionals. So I wanted to know which camera should I choose. I shared my thoughts with them and I got a response back explaining exactly what I thought. This camera is better for the purposes I want, except for audio. This camera here has much better audio. You generally don't use the dash cam for audio unless you're recording conversations parked, and that's where this camera will work just fine for you. So you're not really missing out on buying either one of these. But the cool part is blackboxmycar.com, after having a conversation with them, offered to send me both cameras free of charge. Actually got a sponsorship with them, which is really cool. And I got affiliate links down in the description below. So if you're going to buy anything from them, feel free to use the links. Your purchases will help the channel. And the cool part about blackboxmycar.com is I am not stuck with a specific brand. You can go ahead and buy any of their other dash cams that are, of course, single channel, much lower price, and you can get all the information you need about the camera before purchasing it. So that's another awesome thing. And plus, if you need some help like I did, you can reach out to them and they will walk you through the process. All right, so we've already unboxed the Blackvue camera. I have it all laid out here on the table. And just go over kind of what you get in the box with the camera. So the first thing you get obviously is the front camera, and the cool part about this front camera is that it's got a locking swivel setup here. So when you do stick it to your window, the only thing you really got to do is kind of make sure it's facing forward, which you can do with the app on your phone. And then once you stick it down, you can adjust the up and down swing of it just by pushing this little button here. It's also got, right now it's got the lens cover on. I'm going to keep that on for now. But over here, we've got an actual physical Wi-Fi button along with a plug area for the power and a plug for the rear camera. It's also good to note that they sell a security cover that goes over this to keep people from unplugging the stuff. If you take your car to a dealership or something like that. Basically, this is a really cool looking, a nice design. It feels solid and rugged, and it is a 4K front-facing camera, which is going to give you the best quality video. It does beat out the 2K Thinkware camera, but again, 2K, 4K, that's still pretty good footage you're going to get out of a camera. All right, so now for the rear camera. Cool thing about this rear camera here is it does have a very good low light sensor. It is a 1080p camera, and that low light sensor is great for you guys with tinted windows. All right, now also included in the kit, we've got the wire that runs from the front to the rear. We've got the cigarette lighter plug, and this is just basically on off with the car, or if you have a what's it called, a on all the time cigarette lighter port, it will put the camera into parking mode, but you do have to worry about that battery drain. There's an accessory I'll show you in a minute that you can purchase separately that'll allow power management to make sure you don't kill your battery. set a timer or just monitor your battery until it hits a certain level and shuts it off. It also includes a little USB micro SD reader, an interior tool. It comes with a 16 gig card. I guess it depends on the package that you buy from blackboxmycar.com, but you know, you can get all the way up to I think 128 gig card. All right, a couple of things you get with this kit. You get a couple wire hold downs. You get some extra pads for your camera to stick them to the windshield. And that's it for this specific camera. So I'm going to clean this mess up, and then we're going to pull out the next camera. Alright, so we're back now with the Thinkware camera, and as you can see, this camera's got a completely different body design. We're looking at basically a nice larger, flatter camera with some buttons here, actually very intuitive buttons on what you could do with it. Again, very similar. You have to mount this nice and straight, and then you have the ability to swivel the camera up and down. It comes with a nice large mounting pad where you can lock it in and easily take it in and out. It does come with some extras, an extra pad. It comes with 3 of these little cable hold downs. And this camera is 2K, and the rear camera is 1080p. Again, very good low light sensor for those guys with tinted windows. You'll see right here we have a much thicker, bulkier cable here. They're using USB micro to run from the front to the rear instead of that little teeny video in cable that you get with the Blackvue. The thickness of the cable is not really going to matter. This is going to be stuffed up in your headliner, and I'll go over all that in the installation video. Same as last one, you get this one came with a 32 gig card, and again you get to choose what size card that you want when you make your purchase from blackboxmycar.com. You got it's like a tongue twister to say that, blackboxmycar.com. There you go, I'll get it right next time. You do get a USB reader here, and I opted for the optional hardwire kit. Now this is one of the cool features with the Thinkware over the Blackvue is it's got built-in power management. The internals of the camera can monitor the battery voltage and make sure it shuts the camera recording off before your battery gets to a level that's below where you can start the car. That's cool. The Blackvue, on the other hand, you do get the option to do that with the Blackvue, but you have to buy their PowerMagic Pro. It is a separate device, and what you do is basically you use this by wiring it to your accessory and your battery, and using these dip switches here where you can set up to anywhere between 6 hours to 72 hours, or sorry, 120 hours, or infinite. And then infinite, it'll monitor your battery voltage, and when it gets to a certain battery voltage, it will shut the camera off. Again, just a little bit extra wiring, but still, both cameras will give you the exact same functionality as far as battery health and timing monitoring. Alright, so back to the Thinkware. That's basically all you get here in the box, and again, this is an optional add-on. The hardwire kit you could pick up as a, you know, kind of like a click-on option. Otherwise, it comes with a cigarette lighter plug by default. Alright, so here you go. You've got the Thinkware on this side, you've got the Blackvue on that side. As you can see, the Blackvue is much bigger and bulkier than the Thinkware. I think the Thinkware is a little sleeker. I kind of like, at first I didn't think I was going to like this, but I kind of like the shape and the style of this camera. A couple added benefits. You get, the Thinkware has the built-in power management. The Blackvue, you have to buy it separately. Blackvue has the better audio and the better 4K front view camera, where this has a 2K camera. We'll do a comparison of both. You know, we'll put them both in the Hellcat. We'll take them both for a rip. We'll do a comparison of the sound, the video quality, the day, the night, all that good stuff on both of these in a different video. Alright, so now that you get the full lineup on the table, I understand it's a little messy, but picture a line right down the middle here. That's what you get with the Thinkware. This is what you get with the Blackvue. Now, there's an accessory that you must buy, and I highly recommend it. Thinkware comes with a front and rear CPL filter. It's a polarizer. Blackvue comes with a front only. Give you an idea what a CPL is. Okay, those of you photography guys, you'll know what this is. But basically, it polarizes the light. So the CPL here straps on for the Blackvue. Let me see what this guy does here. And this one looks like it's a stick-on. That's pretty cool. and it sticks onto the lens. Now what this does, and this is very important, and I can't stress this enough, but without this right here, this little thing, what's going to happen is, if you take a look at some of those videos, you'll see a huge reflection of what's on the dashboard, what's in the car, and cutting down on the visibility of the what's on the road in front of you. The CPL, as you put it over your cam and turn it, and I'll give you a good example of this hopefully right now, but as you put it over your camera and turn it, you'll see that that dashboard reflection on your windshield completely disappears, and that becomes a nice clear view to the outside. So it's a couple bucks. It's definitely recommended if you really want crisp, clear quality coming through your camera. So this video is just kind of introduce you to the two cameras I'll be testing over the next few weeks. As of today, I haven't installed them yet. I plan on installing them in the very near future. We'll run with them for a little while. We'll get some comparison videos for audio and video quality and all that good stuff, and we'll put them to the test. And again, without testing any of them, based on my internet research, the Thinkware is the camera I'm going to go with, and that's this guy right here. And I'm hoping that I'm right. If not, blackboxmycar.com was really nice enough to send me both cameras free of charge. I picked the one I want, send the other one back. And again, now we're not limited to one specific brand. We can check these two out, pick the one that we like the best. Hope you guys are excited as I am to figure out which one is the best dash cam. I mean, these are the two top tier dash cams out on the market right now. Both of them with buffered parking protection, which is a key for some of you guys that really want to take protect your car parked outside overnight or something like that. So let's hope one of these two comes out on top, and if not, to be honest, they're both pretty awesome cameras. Alright, that's it for today's video. I am super excited about my hookup with blackboxmycar.com. They not only sponsored me, they sent me both cameras to try out, and we got an affiliate deal set up so where you make some purchases and some of their profit goes over to me for recommending them for your dash cam purchases. Blackboxmycar.com has been my go-to for the dream dash cams. Now I'm in a position to have them and test them. It's absolutely awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, gently press that like button. If you're stopping by for the first time, check out my other content and consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.